Hey, this is Corey Crowder, and you're listening to Chasing Birdies.
You guys out there tuning in today, we appreciate it very much. We're rolling here on Chasing Birdies. It's Thursday. We're stoked. My man JP is joining me bright and strong today, my man.
My man, what is going on?
Shoot, dude. You know what's going on. We had a lot of good shit happening this past weekend, man, in the whole world of golf, which we'll get into. But tell me what's going on with you, man. You got the Red Vanley dialed in for the fall or what?
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. This episode is brought to you by Red Vanley. Make sure you go to redvanley.com. Check them out. Get your fall swag ready. It's starting to get a little cooler around here.
I got to tell you, though, man, it's kind of funny. I got the the drop ship package by a gentleman that you and I both know. I'm not going to say names. Appreciate it. Appreciate throwing some swag our way. And the shorts were kind of, you know, they're good. They're good.
They're really good. Actually, I wore the pants the other day and they were dynamite.
Did you? That's funny. You wore pants in the summer.
Because I got to work.
Did you go to work?
Call. I was on a sales call.
Okay. Sales call. I
do. I haven't told you yet, but our boy Gentry, you know, the shoes that you got, I was a little jealous of. And I think he was even standing kind of close when I said, I got all whites. Well, but they're not yours, what just showed up, but they're pretty solid.
Oh, no. So, dude, let me see them. You got them?
I'm going to show you that. All right.
Oh, those are sick.
All right. And I'm going to rotate.
Oh, those are dirty. With some reds on them? Yeah, those are dope.
So,
those are cool. Too bad nobody can see them right now but me. You do that, though. I felt bad for you. I know you were really kind of deflated there after you got your free pair of sick Jordans, and then you saw my sick pair of Jordans. You kind of felt. I feel you. I
mean, the ones you have though, they are. It's like you said, it's a paperweight. You'll never use them unless you play Augusta National. Well, that would be a great Augusta National shoe.
I probably will wear them, but it's just got to be the right conditions. I mean, you know, no mud. Right. But honestly, dude, I don't know if I will, because the fact that they say prototype, I don't know.
Promo sample. So.
And whether or not they ever make it to market or not, who knows? But, dude, I got to clear the air a little bit with you here.
Uh-oh.
I heard a rumor, and I reckon it's probably true, but I just needed to hear it from you first. But and obviously you're being my best friend and half brother here and there, depending upon a day. I'm kind of immune to this side of you, but is there a 40th birthday party that you're starting to plan already for yourself going on right now? Is that happening?
Potentially. You know me, dude. I like to plan and I like to get things on people's schedules. And that way it's planned far enough in advance. So far, we have two things planned next year. My 40th birthday and the Chasing Birdies 2-man. July 6th, 26th, 28th, by the way. But yes, that is a fact. But like I said, dude, you got a million things going on in your life. The others got a million things going on in their lives. I like to just have it in concrete and ready to go.
Listen, dude, I again appreciate that. I just, I know May will be here before you know it, but again, May is still, 9 months away. Like, you could have a kid right now and you already got the bedroom done and the kid's name picked out. So I just heard that. I heard some rumblings from some friends of ours, mutual friends, about your potential 40th. Sounds like it's going to be pretty epic if you pull it off, which you will.
Epic.
You will. With the people in place, you will. So that's awesome, dude.
So, hey,
that's great.
I guess I'll see you there.
Yeah, you will.
But let's get to what we need to talk about. All right. The PGA Tour FedEx Cup over. New PGA Tour season starts. Tommy Fleetwood, 5 days before he took the win, he said it'd be pretty funny to win this one. And guess what he did? He won it. I didn't even tell you this, but about a month and a half ago, old Tommy Fleetwood started working with a previous guest of ours. You want to guess?
Well, Rotella.
Bob Rotella.
No
So,
way.
think, that maybe helped him get over that hump a little bit, focus a little more on those last couple holes. But nonetheless, I loved watching to see him win. He deserves it. I'm so happy for that guy. And to win the FedEx Cup, dude. What a time to win.
I know. What a time to win. I actually felt a little emotional watching him celebrate his victory because I was very empathetic. I felt every emotion that he was feeling because I know that he has come so close. It's almost hard to believe he's never. I just asked you this a couple months ago on the show. I said, did Fleetwood, what does he want? He's won. No, he's never won.
It's crazy.
So I felt it for him, dude. And I tell you what, man, going into Sunday with him having that lead, and I read some things on the internet with people making comments about, at what hole is his putter gonna fall apart, this, that, and the other. And I just really felt like if there's gonna be a time for him to get it done, this is it. This Sunday is it. You had Scheffler just far enough back to where he really
lurking.
had to make a move. Well,
he was
got
lurking.
He got it to 2 and then hit in the water. I was so excited for him. And did you see? That's why golf's so great. Is all of the fellow competitors,
dude, we're so happy for him.
They're just elated.
Justin Rose was literally filming him from his cell phone, his tap-in. Everybody's so happy. So let me ask you this question now that we're talking about golf and the FedEx Cup. And I think it might have already happened or it's happening soon. If you're Keegan Bradley, are you taking yourself?
Yeah.
Agreed. You're one of the best players in golf right now. It'd be different if it was kind of like you were like 14, 15, right? Like you were kind of that line that was to be picked or not picked. But dude, he's a clear-cut pick.
Clear-cut pick. He's playing his best golf at this point in his life. Obviously, he has the tournament track record to prove it, back it up. The fact that he's the captain, they were talking about Arnold Palmer was the last captain player to do it back in the 60s. I don't think that there's any reason why he should not pick himself or shouldn't play. And that's not even an egotistical approach, like doing something selfishly because you're in the power of you hold the power in that position. I just think comparing everything, he should be playing on the Ryder Cup team. No doubt about it.
Yes.
And if he's not, I'll be shocked.
It's not an easy decision on his end. It's not, because if he picks himself and they lose, you're a fool. If you pick yourself and you win, you're a genius. So it's a decision. Hey, at least he has to make that decision. That's the other thing.
Right.
He could have
has to make
sucked,
right.
And now he has to make a decision. So,
but I will say that even if he doesn't pick himself and they lose, then you're going to still you could be able to come up with all kind of scenarios to point blame. I mean, the U.S. should not lose this Ryder Cup this year on American soil. They should not, especially when a guy like McIlroy is faltering week after week, kind of the nucleus within that European team. Naturally they got a pretty good collectively record individually. I mean, Justin Rose has played in how many Ryder Cups? I mean, a lot. But I think the U.S. should, no matter what, be able to claim victory. That's just my 2 cents for whatever it's worth as a amateur podcaster that talks about golf.
What about Patrick Cantlay, dude? I can't take it. I can't take him on the golf course. The waggles, this, that. From the time that he grabbed the golf club, I forget, I saw it online. Somebody started recording, like timing him. It was like 59 seconds from the time he had the driver fully out of his golf bag. Like, bud, you've hit the same shot the last 3 days. Why are we thinking about this? It's a straight par 4.
When they were on number 8, that short par 4, and they both hit driver, and then the camera angle like on the front of them, Cantlay looked like it looked like one of us swinging up there. Like both of them blew it right. And it looked like 2 amateur golfers just trying to protect themselves from not going into water, and they both let up on the swing and just smashed it right. I don't know, man. He's kind of hard to watch. I just think because he's kind of just doesn't have any swag about him. That's all. I mean, he's a player. You know, I can't take that away from him. But there's just nothing to him. You know, he's just kind of vanilla to me.
Well,
which I don't mind vanilla ice cream with some like sprinkles or Oreos on top. But
I'll tell you who's not vanilla is our guest today.
Our guest today is not vanilla at all.
And I met our guest about a year ago, actually, funny enough, at Sage Valley with a couple of the other guys. And today we have Corey Crowder on the pod. And, he kind of he's close friends with one of the boys at Florida Georgia Line. It was funny, the story about him introducing him to this guy. They're forming Florida Georgia Line band, and that's all she wrote, right? And we all know where that went. That was an incredible run for that duo. But the guy loves golf. He lives down there in Reynolds Plantation. Member at Coscowilla, I think. I might be saying it wrong, but
yeah,
that's where he's a member at.
Grammy nominee, won 5 awards that basically no one can win in the music biz. He did it. He had the plaques to back it up. I gotta say though, man, we do our listeners a disservice often, because when we stop recording and we have our talk with our guests and we're just like recapping and shooting the shit for a minute, it's such good conversation, and it's never recorded. And this episode with Corey Crowder, when it ended, we talked for about another 10 minutes. And it was gold. It was gold. And it's nowhere to be found anywhere in the ether. But it was great. But it was great talk. But enough of us talking, man. I'm ready to roll us in to Corey Crowder here on Chasing Birdies. You guys enjoy it. Man, it's always good to have a guest on the show that not only did we not talk to much in the past or had on the show in the past, but bringing the roots back up from Nashville. And Grammy nominee Corey Crowder is here today on Chasing Birdies. He's done it all. We'll get into that whole thing. But brother, man, it's finally so good to have you on Chasing Birdies. I know it's been, we've been trying. Let's put it to you that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
And I understand that the meeting of the minds between you and Pep happened on a golf course.
Down in Sage Valley.
And what a coincidence.
I know,
Sage
right?
Valley brings everybody together. So that's where it all happened. And it all started.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me, Neil Walker, Cole Taylor, Tyler Reeve, Corey. I mean, I think all of us had to carry Cole Taylor back to the townhouse at one night, so that was good.
Does he get bent or what?
I don't know. I mean, he just never stops drinking beers. I mean, it's impressive.
It really is.
He's so small.
That's it. Right.
Yeah, he's got a way better tolerance than I do.
I just don't understand that, because I don't know. Some people just with their tolerance, it's actually impressive. Like you want to tip your hat to them.
Yeah, it takes practice, Ryan.
Absolutely does, man.
Best part with him though is you never know when it's actually from alcohol or he's just taking a nap.
I'm jealous of that. I couldn't take a nap if I tried.
Well, you got a little one too, right?
I've got a 12-year-old boy and a 9-year-old girl, so they're not really littles anymore. But
that 12,
his 12-year-old son is wearing a size 13 shoe, bud. That's as big as you are.
That is insane. Is that what you guys were talking about? He's wearing a 13 at 12.
Dude, he's 6 foot tall and wears a 13, so he's raiding my shoe closet. Yeah,
he's 12.
Yeah, isn't that wild? Well, see, my wife is 6 foot tall. I'm 6'6". My dad's a huge guy. Laney's dad's a huge guy. So it's just genetics, man. He's going to fly by me. I mean, he'll be looking down on me for sure.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Not that you're not treating your own son right, but you might want to think about that in the future of him putting you in a garbage can or something else. So
I told him it's going to be a long time before he can whoop his old man. I got the dad strength going for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So man, what's been going on with you in your world? You know, I know you stay wrapped in the music biz, tuned in, not trying to play on words there, but really, you know, you have a pretty successful career in the business. And so, I mean, what's your day-to-day like, I guess, right now in 2025? And we'll get back to the start of it all, because I know Jonathan and I talked a little bit about you early on days. But like right now, Corey Crowder, what is he working on?
Man, so about 3 years ago, I moved full-time to Lake Oconee in Georgia.
Okay.
So I did that. I mean, man, in Nashville, I was on the grind. So I'm a producer and a writer. So in Nashville, it was like constant. I mean, I opened the studio every day and I shut it down every day. I was first to arrive, last to leave. And my kids were getting older, and I just decided, man, I need to be able to like distance myself from this and not be on the grind every day of the week, 24 hours a day. So yeah, moving down here has been great. So we're from here originally. So, getting back to like my kids are getting to grow up how I grew up, small town, obviously obsessed with golf, and we're in a heavy golf area. So I would say, I spend a week a month in Nashville, and I pack sessions with like artists, writing sessions when I'm there. So I'm there next week for the whole week. And then when I'm here, I do this. I Zoom with people. I Zoomed actually 2 days ago with Cole Taylor and Thomas Archer.
Oh, nice.
So speaking of Cole,
is a man.
Yeah, dude, I love those guys. And so anybody I already have kind of a good relationship with, I'll Zoom with them, and we'll either start songs or finish them out and send them to artists. But so my kind of day to day here looks like, I play golf 3 days a week, at least.
That's awesome.
And then I, I'm on the grind when I'm in Nashville, and I get to just go full throttle while I'm there, and then come back here and kind of take a breath and work at my own pace. I like it, man. It's a nice break from the constant,
Well, I mean, you're living life. You're doing everything that you love, You're in the place you want to be at. Yep. You're still doing what you are passionate about. You got the kids going on right now, and you love golf. And that's what so many people through life need to understand, that we're not going to end up at one destination. Like, everyone's always trying to get to this. This is this. When I get to this point, then I'll get that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you got to take what you have and kind of put the tunnel vision on and take that day by day and enjoy that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, you're spot on. Yeah. It's easy to get caught up in that. My goal was always, oh man, if I could just have one number one song,
exactly.
Like you say, I would feel different. And then you get the number one song and you're like, well, that doesn't feel any different. I want 5 number one songs, and then I want a triple play award. And then, at every junction, you just are like, man, this is still the same, So yeah, finding ways to actually live life and focus on what's important while still, staying after it. It's been
for those that are listening. Can you explain the triple play award? A lot of people might not know what that is.
Yeah. So dude, when I first moved to town, I had an artist record deal. And one of the first things they did was they brought me to this thing called the Triple Play Awards, which means you had 3 number one songs in a calendar year, which is virtually impossible for a songwriter.
It's a lot
easier for, a lot easier for an artist, especially if you're a big artist, maybe. But for a songwriter, it's just so out of your control. I mean, has really nothing to do with your work ethic or your songs or anything. It's just luck, whatever you want to call it, right? I mean, you just happen to land 3 radio singles that just so happened to go number one in the same year, which is, for me, has always been a sign of that was always bigger to me than a Grammy or a ACM. Those are cool, but that was the one that was man, if I'm ever there. So the first time I saw that, Luke Bryan was on stage, and man, it seemed like a million miles away from me, because I was just getting to town. I'm like, this Joker and all these guys that he brings on stage, they had 3 number one songs in a year. That's wild. And And so, yeah, the year I got it, I had 5 in the year.
What?
Which was wild. Almost had a double triple play.
Holy hell.
But it
so
was.
So what were the 5 songs that you wrote that year?
So let's see if I can remember them. Long Live, Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah.
I Love My Country, Florida Georgia Line. Famous Friends, Chris Young, Kane Brown. Drinking Beer, Talking God, Amen. Chase Rice, Florida Georgia Line. And then there was one other missing. Let me look at it.
Just look at your wall. It's fine. It'll be hanging up somewhere.
I remember the 5th, but it was a close one, man. It was a real close call. So
that's insane.
I mean, yeah, dude, that's like my most proud moment. Like anybody that comes here to this room, I'm always like my buddies that don't know anything about music. I'm like, this little tiny award right here is like, this is like the one.
This is everything to me.
This is the one that I'm like proud of.
That is.
Well, speaking of awards, Bash, you should tell them your Tyler Reeves story. What he threw you.
Oh man, we were at Old Hickory. This is like COVID. This is like 2020, and I'm in Nashville, and I set up some golf with Tyler over at Old Hickory, and we had already interviewed him on Chasing Birdies, like right when we started, but I had never met him. So, I was like, hey man, I'm coming down to Nashville, and let's play some G, whatever. So we did. Well, we played golf, and it ended up turning into a hangout session at Old Hick.
Naturally.
Which ended up turning into pool, or maybe it was darts. Either way, but anyways, that turned into betting with tequila shots.
Oh, boy.
And it got to the point where I completely quit drinking. It was my buddy and him that were going back and forth, and just doing these shots, one after another, after another. Finally, I said, hey, man, I'm like, and mind you, again, I'm like, I'm taking your keys because you're not driving home. Your wife's calling you. She wants to know where her grilled chicken salad is. That was 3 hours ago. So I'm going to take your keys, and what we're going to do is I'm going to drive your ass home when you're ready to go, because I was sober at this point. So at any rate, we left there, and I drove his truck, and he directs me to his house, and he's drop him off, and he's like, come on in, guys. So we go in. And naturally, his wife was pissed. Ashley was not happy. And Tyler's still yucking it up, and he pulls out the necklace that he got for In Case You Didn't Know. And he just launches it at me. I'm like, and he puts it on my neck. And I felt like I'm in WWF versus WCW. That's old school right there, by the way. WWF, WCW.
Oh, yeah.
And I got the, the BMI thing on, or whatever it was, boys, for, #1 hit, In Case You Didn't Know. And
Didn't
it's Tyler's.
he throw his Grammy at you, though?
I don't know if it was a Grammy. I don't remember specifically what it was. But no, he was throwing these awards.
Just throwing awards at you.
Just tossing them. Check this one out. Toss. And I'm like, and we're all like, but yeah, that was pretty funny.
That's
and to this day, he's like, that was that was the drunkest time I've ever been. That was it.
That's saying something too.
That is saying something.
5 number ones in a year. Talking about mailbox money, boys.
Justin Matthias, huh?
Yeah.
Giving you some lessons. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank the number ones. But that's interesting, man, because, and I don't know at what liberty we can discuss it, because we don't need to discuss it. But the reality is that Florida Georgia Line run was some of the best pop and music hitting the charts that we have seen. Yeah. I mean, there's nobody can argue that. I don't care. When those two were together, and it's unfortunate, but shit happens, man. That's life. That's just the way it goes. But you kind of were at the epicenter of that in some respect, if I understand correctly, with the start of FGL.
Yeah, I wasn't around for the start, but when they opened a company called Tree Vibes Music, and it was like a publishing company, and so they had this badass building over in 21st Avenue, which is kind of like in between Belmont and Vanderbilt. And it was this super modern. They had bought this old school house and completely gutted it and made this killer spot. I mean, there'll never be anything that tops this, 5 or 6 year period, right? It was just, so I had the big studio there with the guys that I lived in. That's the one I referred to opening and closing every day. It was so awesome, man. And like those guys were in, they were in every day, whether we were writing or not. I mean, it was like, Hardy, Jordan Schmidt, Ernest, me, Kanan Smith, the boys, Red Farron. I mean, we were chilling on the porch every morning.
That's crazy.
Drinking beers in the afternoon. It was like we were, playing each other the song we wrote that day. It was just a magical time that like COVID honestly kind of just squashed that vibe. Like there's not really, to my knowledge, not really another publishing company that's ever really felt like that. And it was a bummer for that to get squashed, but I'm glad we got to have it. But man, those guys had this bus and they were the first ones to do it. So the Tree Vibes bus was just for the writers, and we had a studio on the front and a studio in the back. And so we'd bring like 6 of us out for the whole Florida Georgia Line tour. So it was like Wallen, Dan and Shay. I mean, just, those tours were epic, obviously. And we were writing with some artist every single day in the front or back lounge. And then, you'd play the song by the end of the day. Like at the end of the night after the show, we'd come in there and the demo would be done. And we'd just all drink some beers and like listen to the songs. And it was so badass, like magical time period.
I mean, so many names you dropped there. I mean, you think about that, that's what, 6-7 years ago this was happening, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the names, some of the names that you mentioned there and where they're at now in their career. It's crazy. People think that it's an overnight success. And, you talk to, I think Ray Fulcher and even Tyler and Cole Taylor, they called Nashville a 10-year, what is it, a 10-year town?
10-year town, yeah.
And you look at a lot of those names and it took about 6-7 years for them to get where they're at.
Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah. Same happened to me. I moved to town with a record deal and kind of like fell out of love with performing and fell in love with like the studio and writing songs. And so, yeah, it took me, 7-8 years to get something truly rolling, if you look from the beginning of it, from when I first moved, Cole Taylor is actually the fastest I've ever heard of. Like he had Sipping on Fire within like a couple years.
Yeah.
Just a crazy, that just never happens.
So let me ask you, so whenever, you were tied in with Florida Georgia Line from basically the beginning, and you were on that rocket ship, which you had to feel like you're invincible, right? Like, I mean, at some point.
Yeah.
When Cole wrote Sipping on Fire, does Florida Georgia Line take that and like let you listen to it and do you think this is what we should be doing type thing? Or is it just purely they're working hands on hands with Cole?
Well, I wasn't around for that song, but so they were over at Big Loud at this time and they had Cole had started that. I can't remember who he started that with. And then Rodney Clausen was over at Big Loud. And so I think they brought it to Rodney Clausen and he kind of helped them tweak it out. And then, yeah, he brought it over to Joey Moy and Seth. So I think Cole, I don't think Cole had really any direct interaction with the boys, but that was probably more Rodney. But yeah, I mean, dude, I remember when that happened, I was so jealous just because I'm like, damn, I'm over here grinding. Cole moves to town. He's just boom. He has a hit. I mean, obviously Cole's one of my homies, so I was like mega excited for him. But it just seems so impossible, sometimes you're like, dude, it doesn't matter how good of a song I write today. It's like never going to happen,
I think that your whole song writes are so interesting because like, even if I'm smoking a cigar, which you witnessed, I smoke a lot of them. I sit there and I start putting a few words in my head. Like I'll get to like word 7. And I'm like, I don't know where to go from here. If I'm just like doing it in my head. And you guys write a whole damn song in 2 hours. And it's just like, and I guess there's 4 people that are helping or 3 people that are filling in gaps, whatever. But still, it is such a talent that I don't think people realize. I think by now, a lot of our listeners know kind of what goes into the country music scene, but it is still, it's incredible what goes into a song.
Yeah. I mean, I relate it to golf a lot because it's like, you can't just like pick up a golf club like once or twice a year and do anything really, right? So
right, 100%.
It's like, you know, I've written thousands of songs at this point, so you kind of know how to get there from every spot. You know, it's like once you have an idea and you know like where you're landing the plane, as we say, it's just you kind of know how to get there, and it's just really all about trying to do it a little different and say it just one tick different. But we're really all talking about the same shit, just, you know, trying to say it just a slightly different, you know?
Right.
No, I think the songwriting thing is incredible. It's such a cool thing. I've been writing the same song now for 12 years. I got the same melody, the same chord progression, and I just can't put the right lyrics on top of it. But I do enjoy that aspect. For me, as you know, just a guy that plays the guitar, plays piano, I've done it virtually my whole life, and I really appreciate music. I can't sing, but that's where you come in, Corey. If I want to cut an EP, I'm going to come to your studio, and we're going to use all kind of, you know, technology now to really get my voice auto-tuned, for example. Take out the nasally sound a little bit and kind of make that roll a little bit. And that was going to be one of my questions to you now with the producing aspect of it, you know, with the way technology has advanced so much. I mean, not just from the 80s and 90s, but I'm talking in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Do you got to keep on your game? Like, do you got to go and, I don't want to say take continuing education, but is it more just about experimenting with stuff and seeing, you know, I mean, how does that work now with the way tech is advancing things?
Man, I mean, this is dating me a little bit, but like I had Auto-Tune 1 and I'm pretty sure, I mean, we're on at least 12 now. So, I mean, I had the first iteration of Auto-Tune, the first iteration of Melodyne, which is another tuning and editing software. And like, yeah, dude, I've always been good with computers. So it's always kind of come a little natural to me. But yeah, I stay up on it. I'm geeky about it. So I got, you know, my producer buddies, and anytime we find some new tool that's really helping and that we think is like legit, we kind of toss it around. Yesterday, I was talking about this new AI software with some guys just for quick demoing, or like if you want to pitch a song to a guy like, you know, like Morgan, for example, if you wrote a song from Morgan, like, well, my voice is really different than Morgan's, you know? Mm-hmm. So like, man, how do I sing this and him hear it and think I can hear myself doing that, right? So it's really helpful to have like AI tools where I can take my voice and turn it into a different sounding voice that sounds a little bit more similar to what he would do. So maybe he's able to like hear it and actually listen to the song and not be thinking, oh, I'm not going to sound like that, you know? So, I mean, I'm constantly evolving and trying to stay up on it. The technology changes literally by the month. Yeah. I mean, it's wild. Technology in the last 5 years alone has been psycho how much it's changed.
Oh, it's
with everything though. I mean, the AI thing I think is really scary. I think it's good, but it's also really scary what these AI things can be done, even with photographs. And music and all that. It's cool, but again, it's concerning a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot of bit concerning. I mean, as long as we get legislation around it, we'll be good. The problem is we're always so behind, you know, like we're still trying to catch up to like streaming royalties, you know, for writers. So it's like, and how long has streaming been around, you know? So right. We're so behind, and it's just part of it. So just trying to use it as a tool and not hate it and resent it is really tough. Like if you were to see my studio right now, like when my old studio, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, had like tons of rack gear everywhere. And like, I don't have any of that. I sold it all because there's really no need for it. It's all in this computer now, you know, it's like
crazy.
And there's no hiss. There's no, you know, dirty pots where you turn it and it won't work. And it's just always perfect. And it sounds exactly like the real piece of gear, you know?
So what do you use? Pro Tools or what is it?
I'm in Logic. So
Logic.
I made records like the first few Chris Young records I did in Pro Tools, and it just like never felt really comfortable. I almost like to liken it to golf. It was like playing like a standard size set of clubs, whereas like now I'm in like 2-inch longer with big grips. And it's like,
it's a great analogy.
Yeah. So like, it's like you can do it, but you're just constantly uncomfortable. And so like at Logic, once I figured out that I could make records in Logic, because it's just more intuitive for my brain, I just made the switch, and it's been, records tend to turn out more like I want them to that way.
I think
so.
It's crazy.
What were you going to say, Pep? Sorry.
I was going to ask about the where country music is right now. I feel like it is on top of the world. I feel like all walks of life are listening to country music. And actually, I would probably say it all kind of started with Luke Bryan and Florida Georgia Line. Those guys kind of have propelled it, and now your Luke Combs and Morgan Wallens have kind of like taken it. Because dude, there's in Pittsburgh, there's 4 or 5 country music stations just in Pittsburgh.
That's wild.
And I feel like country music is in a incredible spot right now. And what are you seeing from your side of it? Do you feel like when you're on the inside, are you feeling that?
Yeah, there's all these like little subgenres within country now, Country is like kind of a pretty wide term, whereas like, in the 90s, it all kind of sounded similar. And then like, I feel like Garth Brooks, if you just think about like the music before Garth Brooks and then like after Garth Brooks, so like it really kind of shifted it. Like Garth kind of brought it to like that stadium performer kind of, wearing the headset, I just feel like it really changed. I mean, do you remember Tim McGraw? I think it was Tim McGraw and Nelly did a song together.
Yeah.
And that like blew my mind. And then, All in My Head, I think is what it was.
Over and over again.
Yeah. So I think that was like the beginning of the shift, And then, but I think you're spot on. Like the bro country movement of like Luke Bryan and FGL, it opened it up to like guys that were into hip hop that were like, dude, I can actually feel this.
The crazy thing is now is that what you just said, like you're seeing like Marshmello, the DJ, EDM rolling in with some of these boys doing some cuts, you mentioned the rappers, and then take it a step further. Look at Shabuzi himself. I mean, my man's got the hip hop flow going on the country and he's blown up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of transcended into all these different avenues. Like, it's almost like the country, like, I hate to say it, and I'm probably not right in saying this, but it's almost like if you listen to The Highway on Sirius, that's not country. That's like a different genre of country. Like, it's country, but it's not like turning on, Willie's Roadhouse or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
No, I do. I think you're right. The cool part for me, like I know a lot of country purists hate it, but I think it's cool, man, because it like country is like the last spot where like lyric really matters, where like a lot of people that have never listened to country that start listening to it, they're like, man, I just like the stories and like the words. They're just not used to that in other genres, and so it's like the last kind of space for that. So that's kind of the thread that I feel like connects all of them, is that like lyric kind of matters still, Yeah,
that's true.
But there's all these subgenres. So like you got Zach Top, who's like super traditional. You got Zach Bryan, who's super like folky. And you got Shabuzi and Wallen that are doing, leaning kind of hip hop at times. And like, I just think it's cool because it's given country a place where like anybody can like it,
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. I see it as a good thing.
Some of the boys, I never even heard of Don Williams before hanging out with some of those boys, Tyler and all them, and they got me on this Don Williams kick. The guy, it's like your grandfather's talking to you. I mean, Tulsa time, and I hope today's going to be good, and all this other stuff. Literally, I'll sit on my patio and smoke a cigar while I'm trying to write a 5-word song. and listen to Don Williams, and you think like this was country music back in the day.
Yeah,
it was.
Like, it's so cool.
Yeah, man. I listened to those songs growing up, and my parents were kind of into Southern rock and old country, and it didn't really mean anything to me at the time. But listening to those songs again as like a songwriter now, you realize like how awesome it was, and like how great the songs were. And so, yeah, I'm able to appreciate it at a whole new level at this age than I did, as a kid.
Well, it's probably like that in golf for you too, right? Like as a kid, we were all little shitheads going out there smacking balls around and not paying attention, and this sport's stupid and this, that, and the other. Now we're all in on golf. And I feel like golf and country music have a similar outcome during COVID. Country music kind of skyrocketed during COVID, and golf clearly went nuts during COVID because it was the one sport people get out there. We all wore face masks. They all put the little pool noodle in the hole. So I don't even understand the reasoning behind that, but but I feel like there were some similarities there. Has golf always been kind of on your radar, or when you got to Nashville, was that like, all right, this is my off day, I'm going to go peg it up a little bit?
Man, I started playing when I was a kid. One of my best friends growing up, Blake, he was always into golf and really good. He brought me to my first tournament. I went to the Bell South Classic in Gwinnett over in Georgia and watched Tiger back in his heyday and just got the bug. And I was terrible. I mean, I played in high school, but our high school was so small that like if you tried out, you made it. And so I was, I had a complete baseball swing, kind of still do. But it was, like you say, it was just, I had no idea what I was doing. Anytime I made good contact, it was all luck. Mm-hmm. And then, I couldn't really afford to play golf for a long time, chasing music down, you go through, the brokest of broke periods in your life. So I couldn't afford to play golf. So when I was in Nashville, it wasn't really on my radar, to be honest. It was something I loved, but that I just considered I had no time for. And then once we bought a place down here at the lake at the beginning of COVID. And dude, down here, it was like COVID didn't exist. In Nashville, we were like in masks and like taking tests every time we had a cough. You come down here, like the restaurants were slammed. There was no pool noodles in the holes. It was like...
There was no COVID in Georgia.
No, well, at least not in this part of Georgia. And so I just started spending a lot more time here. And then I got the golf bug bad. I started playing with one of my buds, Sterling, and we just... Dude, I turned into an obsession. So it became my life goal. I was like, all right, I've already had success in music. Now I want to be a scratch golfer. So I started.
And how are we tracking on that right now?
Man, I got down to a 4 last year, and I'm back up to high 6s this year. That's just what happens, right?
Justin, we got a mutual friend in Justin who I believe gives you lessons. We talked about that when I saw you at Sage Valley. Such a good kid.
Oh man, did you see he almost won the tournament?
I saw he posted something. He was like, what did he, 7 under?
7 under, and he lost on the 3rd hole of the playoff.
Yeah, but I saw that.
Dude, our whole club at Cuskawilla was like rooting him on. Like we were watching it. We had dinner over at my buddy's house, and we were like watching it the whole time. Like I didn't know he was bummed to get that close and not win, but like I was like, man, you're there now. Like you got the taste of it now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a great teacher, and he'll like go out on the course with me and my son, and like he'll teach us. And if I play with him, he'll always say, you're coming over the top or whatever.
Yeah, he's great. He's great people, man. Yeah, I spent some good bit of time with him. He was at Pete Dye Golf Club here in Bridgeport, West Virginia. So I got to know him for a couple summers, played in a couple events with him. But I think he was at Trump before he came to Georgia.
I think so, yeah.
If I'm correct, but no, dude, chasing the golf bug, man. It's like, we do that all the time. And for anybody, whether you're a scratch or you're trying to get better, I mean, you're always going to sit there and think about your golf swing or what I need to do. Like right now, my whole career of playing golf, Corey, which has been a long time. Okay. I'm 38 years old. I probably started swinging when I was 6 or 8. I mean, really. I had strong grip, and I dropped the club under, and my miss was always these like gnarly snap hooks. But when I would swing the right way, I'd hit a nice little draw, draw. Well, for the last 3.5 years, I can't hit a draw with my driver to save my life. In fact, my driver now is like, I have to set up left because I know it's pilling right. And there's times where it's like, I hate that. And people are like, oh man, that's a nice little ball flight you got there. And I'm like, well, is it really? Because I want to see it going right to left. I can't get it right to left, dude. It's unbelievable.
You would hate Cuscawilla. It's every hole set up right to left. I've had to learn how to hit my natural ball flight is a cut, just like you. And I've had to learn how to hit a little draw just because otherwise I would be in the rough every time. So it's like.
But it's so frustrating.
It is frustrating.
And
the grass is always greener, right? I look at guys that hit draws and I'm like, oh, that's sweet. But yeah, I'm the same. I'll hit my little butter cut and they're like, oh man, I love that. I'm like, well, it doesn't go anywhere.
And I get reminded often because sometimes I like to bitch a little bit about, my golf game, and I get reminded, hey buddy, you still pay to play. So what are you talking about? I'm like, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like I don't make money playing golf, but we care as golfers, we care.
Yeah, we always joke. I'm like, you be playing for like $5 and your freaking hands are shaking over the putt, and you're like, this is $5 putt, and I'm but to me it's like so serious,
But you walk out on stage with 20,000 people and play a song.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah,
it's so funny playing with people from other walks of life. Your hockey players, your baseball players, your football players. They get so nervous on the golf course, and yet they can go play in front of 60,000 people and not bat an eye. It's because it's so natural to you guys.
Yeah, you're right. There's something about golf, man. It's like, it's so unforgiving, It just and it's just you against you.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like, again, I go back to this. Golf aligns with country music. You look at, everyone wants to be a part of country music right now. You look at, what's her name? Ella Langley just came out with that rap song with some guy. Wallens.
Big X.
Yeah, Wallens with rapper. You look at the golf thing. Everybody wants to play golf. All walks of life. NFL players, Major League Baseball players, they all want to play golf. And it's really cool to see.
It is, man. I was watching that Creator Classic earlier today, like catching up on it. I know it was yesterday, but I was just kind of catching up on it. And I'm thinking, man, look at all these people out watching YouTube golfers.
Right.
Like, and how cool is that?
It is. And honestly, I would love to get a crack at that one day because I feel like 90% of them,
we would
just
probably fare
moseying
pretty
around.
Good. Yeah.
I mean, Grant Horvath obviously is a baller, but
yeah,
some of these other jamokes, like I'd take it. I'd take him straight up.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. There's no requirement. Like the Bob Does Sports guys are some of my favorite. Like the Breezy guys are some of my favorite guys to watch because FP's pretty good, but like the other guys are like me. They're
not very good.
And you're going like, I love this, but that's what makes them fun to watch because it's
right.
It's fun to watch guys that are, you feel like, oh, I could beat them.
Yeah, and I love all the shit they do. It's actually been great for golf, like you just said. I mean, that's why, because people tune in, pay attention to it. It's really good content. I mean, and I just would love a crack to play some of these boys. Me and Pep take them on.
Go get in it, dude. Come on.
I know. Where's the application? Hey, anybody out there listening, send me the application.
The application.
Hey, I'll be your caddy. I'm a great caddy.
That's right. Hey, I saw something interesting today. And this is totally off topic. We'll get back. But I was thinking about it. I want your guys' opinions, or not even opinions, but you know how motorcycle bikers, man, they're all like gangs and they're all boys. Like when a biker passes another biker, what's the thing they do? They put their arm out.
Yeah.
So I always thought, like, I wonder if garbage truck drivers do the same thing. And finally today, I'm behind a big dumpster and the other dumpster's coming my way. And I'm like, here we go. are they going to fucking dab up right now? Nothing. The truck passed by, didn't even look at the other garbage truck driver, didn't even care. But I just always wondered that about these garbage guys because of, competition.
Well, it's like the tight lip head nod that you do. Yeah. You'll catch from the time we have this conversation, you will catch yourself doing it a million times a day where you just tight lip head nod to somebody on the golf course. And it's like...
Or anywhere.
Yeah, if you see somebody with a rope hat on out in public...
That's me.
Yeah, you just give them the head nod.
My daughter drives her crazy. She's like, do you know that person? I'm like, no.
It's just...
She's like, well, what'd you just do? And I'm like, we're just acknowledging each other. We're saying, what's up?
Right.
She was like, why? You don't know them. I'm like, well, they play golf. How do you know? I just know.
Yeah.
You know. But I'll tell you that, the golf experience, Ryan just got to experience Sage Valley, but man, what an experience Sage Valley is from top to bottom. I know that we didn't play the big course together, but we played the par 3 together, and that's a ball. It stays open till 1 a.m. Problem is, if the lights go off, you're screwed. But that whole setup from top to bottom is 15 out of 10.
Oh man, you're right. Yeah. From the second you get there, like I rolled in and I'm like calling Cole. I'm like, where do I go? And he was like, you'll see it. And I roll in and like, I open my door and they're like, hey, Mr. Crowder. And I was like, how did you know who I was?
Oh.
And they were like, we were expecting you. And then they take my bags and I was like, well, where are you taking that? He was like, we're taking it to your cabin. I'm like, how do you know where I'm staying? We know where you're staying. I was like,
well, at least they knew you were going. They didn't know that Neil Walker and I were coming.
I know.
They not only know where you're staying, Corey, they know what bedroom to put your shit in.
It's wild. I mean, I'm like, how did they know what size I wore? Like, they had my size shirt on the bed. I'm like, how did they know that?
We got none of that, by the way.
Yeah, y'all got the shaft a little bit, but that made it funny.
Well, you let Cole.
Tyler said, why did you have Cole responsible for this? And then I looked at Cole as he was slumping in his chair, and I'm like, you know what? He's right. Why did I even put this in his hands?
Yeah, that's funny.
Literally, nobody knew we were coming. I don't even think the host knew we were coming.
Who hosted you guys?
We were just talking about
Kip Plowman.
Kip Plowman. Great dude. He was Plowman. He was at the charity event with Chris Collins. He rode on the bus with us. Him and his wife.
Yeah.
That's Kip. And his son was a punter at Texas A&M. All that stuff, dude. But literally nobody knew we were coming.
That's hilarious. I forgot about that. Yeah, Tyler's like, why didn't you just ask me?
Like, we followed up with Cole 4 times. We're good? We're good. Yes, you're good. Everybody's good. Front gate. Didn't know we were coming. Didn't know we were staying. We basically slept on the couch because all the beds were taken. I mean, it was just, but all in all that aside, it was 15 out of 10. I mean,
yeah, man, getting to play with Furyk was cool too.
Yeah.
He came and played like 3 or 4 holes with each group.
Yeah.
I can't believe, I couldn't believe like A, how cool he was, B, how close he stands to the ball. That blew my mind.
Yeah.
Close.
He stands so close to it.
So close, dude.
But I'm like, oh, maybe I stand too far away from the ball.
Yeah, see what I mean? You start doing shit like that.
Yeah.
Does he still loop it pretty good?
Oh, yeah.
That swing is so, like...
Oh, dude. I watched him play. So we get to this par 3 he's playing. And, we watched him play with, like, the 2 groups in front of us. Because it was kind of an experience. So, like, he kind of built up there at the par 3. So we were, like, a couple groups. So you, like, watch him. He puts it right of the hole 3 feet. Mm-hmm. The next group puts it right of the hole 3 feet. Plays with our group, right of the hole 3 feet. You're like, dude, like I couldn't hit it in the same spot 3 times for $1 million.
So and dude, he just slots it every time, loops it. He's from our area here in Pittsburgh, so we had a nice little connection with Jim and Neil, drinking some beers. It was cool to hear some stories from the Ryder Cup with Jim. Yeah,
he did that little Q&A. I thought it was, what was interesting for me is him talking about how many different golf balls are played on tour. and how like that impacted his choice on who
To
who
put
he
him
picked,
together.
but B, who he paired. Because the alternate shot, you don't want like a high spin ball and a low spin ball playing with each other.
Well,
Like,
the crazy thing is he said Brian Harmon still uses a 2017 Pro V1, so he was having a hard time getting those balls to ship to other players to for them to try out. There was, I think, 12 guys on the team. I think he said that they had 11 different golf balls.
that's wild.
How do you go about getting a ball from 20? Like, you call Titleist up, obviously.
Well, we don't do that, but when you're
Well,
Brian
not
Harmon,
we,
you win a
but-
British Open, like, yeah,
Right. That's fine, right? They got a little compartment for him. But I mean, just the patenting and the polyurethane shit that goes in the ball and just, I don't know. That's pretty wild.
they probably
Yeah,
have
you
a
would think
bunch of
all their machines are upgraded now, and they're like they can't like go backwards.
And duplicate it. That's what I mean.
or they probably shut down production and make 200 dozen for Brian Harmon.
Yeah,
I played with I was playing with a guy on Saturday, and I got up to the green on the fifth hole, and I look at the ball. I said, Srixon. I mean, there's only one guy I know that plays Srixon. It's B-Cats. It's because he used to get him sent bulk for free. So I'm like, hey, Rod, what's up with the Srixon, bud? Not that I care. I just was curious, right? He normally played Titleist. He said, dude, I've picked up 5 to 10 yards with this ball off of every club that I've used. He said, and the feel around the green is excellent. I said, wow, that's impressive. I mean, I know you got some guys like Kepka and Matsuyama. Hideki uses Srixon. I don't know who else, but that's just something you don't see, you know.
No, and you don't. I just switched over to the Callaway Chrome Tour Triple Diamond. Have you heard about that ball yet?
No.
Is it lower spin?
Yeah, so it's kind of like the Pro V1 Left Dash.
Yeah.
It's like their version of it. But dude, one of the guys at our club, one of our pros that works with Justin, told me about it. He was like, man, I know your game. You need to hit this ball. And yeah, like you say, I picked up 5 to 10 yards. And I can't believe it. I mean, you wouldn't think a ball would matter that much, but
when you set up to play golf with someone and you see them teeing it up with a yellow ball, doesn't care about the brand, but you got someone playing with a yellow ball. I mean, do you take them serious? Like,
no.
I can't either. I mean, I understand people are colorblind, but then again, why are they? How
They're
can
usually
they see that?
above 70. They're usually above 70 years old.
Well,
Yeah, the yellow ball.
and the other thing on that, the 70-year-old mark, you have, how about all the 70-year-olds wearing the Jordan 1s lows? I'm like, what? Let's just get you in a pair of FootJoys.
Yeah. I wear the Jordan
for everybody
lows.
else.
Yeah, I wear the Jordan lows. And I'm 42, so
That's all I wear is Jordan golf shoes. So
Those are great, dude. Check these out.
oh yeah, those are sweet.
Look at that, baby.
Is that the new ones?
That's the prototype.
no, they're not even out.
They're not even out.
Oh man, I need to get a pair of those.
Guy that we've gotten close with, Gentry, he's the VP of Jordan Golf, and he's Jordan's right hand man, and that's the shoe that they make for Grove 23. And he brought back me an all white pair, which are amazing, but then he pulled those out for Bash, and I wish I was a size 8 because those things are
They're 8.5,
sick.
dude. By the way, they are sick. In fact, that's why I haven't taken them off my desk. They're kind of like a placeholder. They've been literally sitting on my desk. Ben,
There's a bunch of checks under there that you just keep it as like your.
it's like a paperweight. He's like, "Are you ever going to wear those
Yeah.
shoes?" I'm like, "Probably not, but maybe." And I don't know. I just bought a pair of Sambas off Mamba, and he's got these cool shoes, these Adidas Sambas in with golf spikes on them now.
Huh.
They're badass. The only problem is they're like forest green color, which is kind of dope for fall. But I just copped a pair of those today, and
nice, bud.
I'm gonna wear those.
Nice.
You know, I
Yeah,
kinda
my wife gives me a hard time for how many pairs of golf shoes I have. It's a real problem.
Do
Yeah.
you keep them in any specific order, or are they just thrown anywhere in your garage? Like, how do you keep your shoes?
Oh, dude, they're everywhere. And I have them, if it's going to be a muddy day, I'm wearing a pair that's, maybe a little on their way out, and then, the clean days, the nice dry days, I'm bringing out the fresh white Jordan lows,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if I'm walking
love
the
it.
course like Sage,
Dude,
I'm wearing something super comfortable,
The Jordan Revs, the one with the strap over the top. Have you seen them?
Oh yeah.
Most comfortable golf shoe I've ever worn.
Really? All right. I'll have to give me a pair.
1,000%.
I'll have to get a pair.
They're incredible.
They grip
right now, so.
they grip, dude. Like the spikes in them are like real wide. I mean, you know, if you try to spin out on a shot, you're not spinning out, but your ankle's going to just go.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe how much grip some of the like regular shoes have. Like the Jordan Lows you're talking about. I just got a pair the other day, and you could wear them as like shoes, like just regular. Nobody would know.
Dude, I see so many people. I travel a lot, like for work. Walking through an airport, I see so many people. I'm like, that's a Jordan golf shoe. Like, and they wear them everywhere. It's hilarious. But it's nice because you can literally, if you're in a pinch or something, you got to make a flight, you can just rock them and nobody's going to say anything.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're so awesome.
Well, it's kind of like basketball shoes. People wear basketball shoes for like regular shoes,
yeah.
You know. It's just like you say, golf's popular now, so they're having to make them for style now.
Yeah, it's a great, you know, I love it, man. I love it. We got to try to figure out some time to play some G, though. Especially because we got all kind of mutual friends.
Maybe we just meet in Nashville.
Yeah, or dude, y'all need to come to Lake Oconee. At Reynolds, we got 7 courses. Cuskawilla's here, and then I just joined this new club called the Hideaway that'll be open next year. That's going to be like the best, most exclusive club at the lake. I mean, it's going to be.
I've heard of that.
It's going to be like top.
Are you anywhere in Nashville?
No, I spend so much time here. When I'm in Nashville, dude, I'm usually on the grind. It's usually a morning session, and that, you know, I'm doing a dinner at night, or going to a show or something. So I play Troubadour sometimes if I go out, but I played with Stell over at Legends.
Oh, Stell Daddy.
Earlier this year, we played over at Legends, but like, you know, I would say that's like few and far between. You know, I'm usually there to work. I save my golf for here.
He was my partner at Grove 23. I got him in the blind draw, and
that was great.
That's about it. We don't have much to talk about.
And you laughed your ass off all day long.
He is
so funny,
and so quick.
So quick.
And too smart too, because he'll talk to me and I'm like, what are you talking about? I have no clue what you're talking about.
He at one point had regular size clubs.
Oh my God.
I know. So he came here to get fit with Ray at the Kingdom, and
through Sean.
Yeah, through Sean.
That's our boy.
I've taken some lessons from Sean too.
He's a good dude.
Great dude.
Does the Hideaway, are they going to offer lodging?
Yes. So it's going to be very much like Sage in that you can come and it's like the whole experience, you know? So I think the guy, if I'm not mistaken, the builder, not the designer, but the builder that did Sage is doing that course. And so like our locker room setup is going to be pretty similar with like the men's grill and all that. I mean, it's going to be top notch, dude.
Between that new place, Sage, and then the 21 Club that they're building down near Sage, and then Tree Farm. I mean, there's so many of these like boutique, I'm calling them boutique country clubs because that's what they are. Even in Nashville, the Bounty Club.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine's in on that, Fuge, and he had emailed me the docket to see if I wanted to join, and I saw the price, and I said, I'm going to take a hard pass on that one, but I mean, he's like, well, you can get your money back. Yeah, that's not the point. It's about the front side of it.
He's like, but
there's so many like boutique country clubs that are incredible.
Oh yeah,
man. Have you heard of Old Barnwell down that way too?
Yeah. The owl. They have an owl logo.
Oh man, that course is sick.
I really want to do Tree Farm.
Yeah, I mean, Tree Farm's amazing. Yeah, they have Champions Retreat down there. I mean, dude, between here and an hour from here is stupid how much golf there is. That's like, you know, like championship level golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm looking. Okay, I'm looking for a southern spot to park my hat. Because I'm all.
So
just come play. Let me show you around. Let me take you to play some golf. Well, I'll fall in love with it, man.
Yeah. And I think my lady would really love it too if there's something to offer in that regard too. Not that I don't want a country club. Dude, I don't want a country club. I don't want like some, I mean, would I? Yes. But I'm saying I want some vibes. Yeah. I want a vibe. Like, I don't know. So that sounds good. Maybe I'll come mosey on down there and see what it's like.
Dude, every time Ray Fulcher is here, he's like scheming on how he can move here. He's like, dude, you've cracked the code. This is like the best place on earth.
Okay, I agree. I agree. Ray is the best.
I was like, dude, come down here. We'll make a little music row in Lake Oconee.
Yeah, and all the boys are from Georgia. A lot of them.
Oh yeah.
Hey, before we wrap this up with you, Corey, I want to ask you one last question here. Who was your favorite artist to work with? And do you see yourself maybe jumping genres at some point in your producing career?
Maybe, I mean, I'm always open, when I never I grew up listening to rock and rap. And so I never imagined that I would land in country. But I'm good at it and I enjoy it. It's fun. I kind of bring that side to anything I do. So I would love a chance to make a killer rock record one day.
Yes.
That would be really fun for me. There's a band, there's some of my best friends, and it's a band called 1,000 Horses.
Okay.
You know that band?
I don't want to say I do, but I feel like I've seen it. I've seen the name.
They had a country number one called Smoke.
Yeah.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they've had a few others that were like top 10s, but they came down here to do it and we wrote it all. But dude, they're making like a straight 90s rock.
Oh my God.
It's really it's just going to be so nostalgic for you if you like 90s rock.
Yes. I love it.
And their first song drops Friday.
Oh, that's sick.
From it. And so that was like one of the most fun I've ever had writing for a record. I obviously loved working with FGL because that kind of brought that element in there a little bit too. And those dudes are so fun. And I've known Tyler for a long time. So Tyler I used to lead youth group when I was in high school, and Tyler was in my youth group. He was in like 8th grade.
Wow.
So we go that far back.
So you're still tight with him and all that?
Oh yeah. Him and BKA both. I'm still super tight with him. And, so that was we went to the Bahamas to make that last record, to Albany Club. You ever heard of that one?
That's Tiger oh man, who's there? I think he won the British Open.
Tiger's a member.
Darren Clark.
Timberlake. Dude, the studio there, Timberlake and Alicia Keys did. And dude, that's the most, I don't think it'll be impossible to top that record making experience. I mean, we were down there in the Bahamas playing golf, getting out on yachts, making a record in one of the most ridiculous studios I've ever been in. So that's kind of my favorite, if I look at my top tier, the thing to beat, that's the one.
That's so cool. I didn't know you. I mean, I knew you were close, obviously, but the fact that he was in your youth group, that's actually spectacular.
Yeah, man, it was cool. I had a record deal, and Tyler moved to town to Belmont, and I was at this thing they used to call a Grammy block party. It was they blocked off Demumbrian Circle, and they'd have I think the year that this happened, I think the Civil Wars, if you remember them, they were playing. Yeah. And so they were playing, and I'll never forget Tyler coming over, and he's like, "Hey, this is my buddy BK. We're starting a band," and
that's crazy.
And and I'm the one that had the record deal, and then in 2 or 3 years time, we flip flopped. I had lost a record deal, and they're the biggest thing ever.
Yeah, but everything happens, as we know. Everything happens in this world for a reason, right? So
that's right.
90s nostalgic rock, real quick. Check out this band called Royal Otis. They're out of Australia.
Cool.
And
let's write that down.
Yeah, seriously, dude. They're two brothers, but it's awesome. They're good shit. Anyways, awesome. Okay.
All right, I got something to listen to now.
Yeah, Royal Otis. Tap in segment coming up here, Corey, presented by Bettinardi Golf. Check them out online at bettinardi.com. Pep's going to ask you some questions, and that's how we end the show.
All right. One artist that you want to sit down and write with or have a cut with? Can be past,
Post
present.
Malone. Post Malone.
He's the guy right now. Dream foursome, dead or alive?
Ooh. Dream foursome in golf, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, well.
Tiger Woods for sure. John Daly. And I'm a big Justin Thomas guy.
I love it.
And then if I could have an honorable mention, Tony Finau is the drippiest golfer on tour. Love his style, love his personality, love that he's a family guy. I'd love to spend some time with Finau.
That's I like that.
All right. We just got to experience the concert backstage and it was incredible. So what has been your best backstage concert experience?
Best backstage, FGL Nelly. We were on the back of the bus and Nelly was like holding court, telling stories that I won't repeat, but they were awesome. Yeah. And there was lots of extracurricular things happening on the back of the bus, as you can imagine, with Nelly. But man, that was pretty epic. I mean, growing up listening to Nelly, was in high school. That was pretty cool.
All right, last one. What are you chasing?
Man, I'm still chasing hits, and I'm chasing scratch golf.
Love it.
That's my two goals: more hits and to finally touch that 0 mark.
Love it. Well, good luck to you in all of that, and thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks, dudes. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Really appreciate it, Corey.
Corey Crowder, thank you so much, my man, for coming on, taking time out of your busy schedule. It was nice having a little FaceTime chat with you and catching up on what's been happening in the last year. 1,000 Horses just came out with their rock and roll songs. I actually listened to them. Pretty good. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
90s rock, man, where it's at. Now, that was cool, just hearing that whole side of things. Obviously, likes producing more and being behind the scenes a little bit. And, he knows what the hell he's doing. I did not share with him my experience of recording an album. He would have laughed his ass off. But it's a business that so many people aren't, I guess, kind of privy to, And it's cool that we get to hear that stuff, man. So, Corey, thanks for coming on the show, man. We hope you keep chasing birdies and keep honing in that game, because we are coming to Georgia.
We're coming to Georgia, and you're coming to the Chasing Birdies 2-man next year, Corey. So no excuses, all right?
It's fact. But you mess around with fantasy football at all?
No. No. That's fake. That's not real. That life is not real.
Well, yeah,
fantasy
no
football.
Shit, I mean, but it's fun, dude. When you play for $10, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just figured you being a degenerate, you would.
No. But I will tell you this much. I'm 2-0 to start the college football season. I'm taking the parlay out that we lost, but I'm 2-0 for the games.
Yeah. Yeah, Iowa State and Kansas got it done last weekend. Dude, tonight, though, college kicks off.
Again. Yes.
Again.
And I'm going to tell you what, boys. Hammer Texas this weekend. They are going to run up and down, throw it all around. It's going to be beautiful. Ohio State lost so many players. I think it's going to be tough for them to pick off where they left off, but, naturally they're good at recruiting players, so I don't know. I don't think it's going to be like that, but I would give the slight edge to Texas for sure. Archie, he's starting now, right? Yeah, he's starting. I mean, he's only been there for 3 years or something. I don't know.
He probably made $30 million.
He's number one ranked quarterback. Hasn't played a game yet, but he's number one ranked quarterback. It's funny how that works. There is a kid. I'm actually going to go to a game here. McKeesport, this running back from McKeesport, is the number one running back in the country. Committed to Penn State. Had 5 touchdowns last Saturday.
No way.
Yeah, I kind of want to go watch him now. So, but hey, we're going to be moseying around Columbus here in a few weeks, and I'm excited to have a milkshake with you. We don't need to talk about where we're going. Just, I'm excited to have a milkshake with you.
Yeah, I will definitely have a milkshake there. There's no doubt about it. Oh my God, dude, I know you. I could not stop laughing at that hole-in-one video of Wiz. I could not. Dude, I watched that thing. Now, naturally, I asked him for permission send it to me so I could chop it up a little bit and we could share it on our socials. But dude, that video made me so happy. It was so funny. Like, I mean, he couldn't get his shirt off there for a minute, and then I don't know if he was actually going to take it off. And then the best part about it is he says out loud, he says, I never thought that I was going to have one, meaning a hole-in-one. Which, most golfers, you never know, but everyone always hopes they have one.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone always hopes they have one.
Well, Big G doesn't have one, so.
Which is absolutely insane. That is insane. Your dad plays how many rounds of golf a year?
About 220 a year.
220 rounds of golf a year for the last God knows how many years, and he has not had one hole-in-one.
Not one hole-in-one.
Oh my God.
But congratulations to James Wisniewski on that. Life is a highway, baby.
So I got to play Nemacolin on Monday with Sam Bettinardi and B-Cats. Sam was pegging it up Tuesday in the USGA Mid-Am qualifier. And Mystic Rock, I know at this point now they've already aerated it, started it, so it's closed for a little bit. But September, October, it's going to be rocking because it was great the last week and a half. So if you guys in the area are looking for some golf, maybe spend a day, come up to Nemacolin in Farmington, PA. Mystic Rock, Shepherd's Rock. The lodging is off the charts. And that is nemacolin.com. Book your stay, man. Come on up and play some golf, especially in the fall. You got to do it. I'll tell you what. You're going to laugh at me, but I got my last major of the year in September when I head out to Pronghorn. And the last video I saw of Steve Peering was not of him hitting golf balls. It was of him drinking out of the Stanley Cup in Florida.
Yeah.
So this shows where my partner's head's at right now, leading into what could be who knows?
It could be the last one. I mean, let's just end this already. Jeez.
Well, let's see how it goes, but he's been sending me range pictures of him with the range set up, and we'll see, we'll see what happens. But it should be a good time.
Well,
buddy,
without further ado, everyone have a killer week. We'll catch you in 2. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and stay tuned. We are working with a company on some badass hats that, you know what, maybe we give them away or we sell them, whatever. You guys really don't support the cups that much. Cool. But if you do want a coffee mug or to keep your mixed cocktail cold, head on over to chasingbirdies.com or check us out on chasin_birdies on Instagram.
Yeah, the mugs are great, and I just can't believe. So we might just have to give the hats away, but the mugs are. If you don't have one of our Chasing Birdies mugs, at the very least, do yourself a favor. They're high quality, they're premium shit, and they keep everything what you need it to be kept at, hot, cold. So, yeah, but like he said, guys, we appreciate you tuning into this week's episode of Chasing Birdies. Thank you to Allie, Emily, Evo over at Simpler Media for putting this thing together. Jacqueline D. Paterio, Rachel London for all y'all's social media help. You guys have a great, blessed weekend, and we'll catch y'all in 2.